All right, we're at the home of Alex and Amy Campos. Amy couldn't join us today; she's at work. So, got some measurements, had some good discussion with Alex here, and we're going to look at a follow-up time so everybody can be part of the appointments and get all the questions asked and answered that they want. So that's how we're going to approach it. Went ahead and measured, and I wanted to make this video just so we have some record of what we talked about. But basically, not a ton of siding. It is a lot of cut up siding, however, and a lot of it is the second story elevation. So we'll take a quick spin around and talk about some of the key points here. We would be doing fascia overlay everywhere. They're going to be in the home for another 15 to 18, so want to do it right, do it once, and not have to fool with it again, which is the solution that we're proposing here today. So we're doing a full fascia overlay. There's drip cap everywhere. A new roof will follow our work or the siding work, whoever they choose to go with. So with that in mind, we kind of design this accordingly. So it'd be a full fascia overlay. It's probably about an 8-inch fascia. So fascia overlay everywhere. All the trim to the exterior perspective will be Hardie. So all the windows, doors, corners would all be trimmed out with Hardie 1x4. We'd also be wrapping the garage door frame, as you see over here, with Hardie plank. There is some rot towards the bottom there. Not on the door necessarily. There is some rot on the door, but we're not talking about the door. We're talking about the garage frame, garage door frame. So we'd be looking at doing a siding replacement. We're doing kind of a conservative tear off, but a lot of the areas, it's old cedar that really wasn't maintained too well before they bought the house a couple years ago, and that's why it's in the condition it's in. But we mainly tear off, but there is a few places where we can do an overlay and save a few dollars, and that's what we're going to do. So they do want to go back with a vertical siding. We don't know what yet, if it's a cedar mill or a smooth or whatever, but go back with a vertical and do batten strips, which I think would look nice with the house. Don't know on what spacing those battens will be, 16, 18, 24, not too sure yet, and that's why we're going to kind of reconvene here once we can get Amy back into the picture. But they are looking at that type of siding for the house, the style. Really on the front here, the only areas that I spec'd as an overlay is this area around the front porch here. Everywhere else will be a full tear off on this side. If you go back in here, all of this will be a tear off. That's in pretty bad shape. You can see it's curling pretty bad. And then up here on the clear story windows, those would all be, that wall would all be fully torn off as well. So really down here would be the only area that would stay. This guttering, they're not married to. There's a little strip here, probably about 22 feet. And then in the back, I want to say it's like about 30 or 40 feet. That gutter will just remove and dispose. So that'll go away. When we come out, if we come out, two areas that we need to be ultra careful and make sure we do some kind of good flashing and maybe kick out flashing. This area right here, there's water leak inside, and this area right here, there's water leak. So basically where it's running down this roof line right into this area here, and on this side here, they are having water presenting inside. So those two areas between our work and between the roof work are critical areas, need to be sealed properly and flashing elements installed correctly. So that's all we have on the front. Again, garage door wrap, as we talked about. Come over to the right side here. It's really a beautiful piece of property, great layout, great backyard. And I guess they moved up here from downtown, so got themselves a nice little piece of property up here. It's awesome. That wall's in really bad shape up top there. We do have good access, so we can work off the top of that roof, but that wall definitely full tear off. It's in very bad shape, including the trim around those clear story windows. Circular windows in brick, no issue there. And then we come back here. This wall isn't bad, but that mold, you can kind of see like some algae on the wall. I really don't think it's worth chancing, so I spec that as a full tear off. Up here, so you see right there, those two areas back behind, those can all be overlaid. We do have some trim around that sliding door upstairs. There's a hinge door down below, and then a window up top. So those would all be retrimmed in Hardie 1x4. paint the porch ceiling up here, and then down below here, that would be painted, including the banister. So that would all be coated as part of the process. We got some windows back here. Those would all be retrimmed in Hardie 1x4. Corner trim would all be right here. You can't see it, it's painted the same color as the body. That would all be Hardie 1x4 as well. What we'll probably do, and then you can see kind of a half gable up top here, fascia overlay up there. What will probably happen, Alex said they're going to be doing a kitchen remodel. So basically from this wall to this wall will be excluded because it's going to change. They're redesigning some of the windows, taking out that garden window. So that will be left out of our bid. And I assured him that when that time came, if they chose us to do this work, that we would take care of them on this wall and, you know, give them the same pricing that we did on the whole project, just as a way to, you know, to thank them and secure their business on both of those phases. So again, this corner to this corner right here before it juts in, that would all be left alone for the future kitchen remodel. Everywhere else, so starting for the bay window back in that little nook area back there, all the way around here, and it stops right there at the brick transition, that can all be overlaid. Got a couple 4x4 posts. Probably would be best to wrap those. You can kind of see they're showing some wear at the bottoms right there, whether it be from weed eater, just weather, water, whatever. You can see they're worn, so definitely would recommend wrapping those two 4x4s with Hardie. Here's that other piece of guttering you see right here. So it's actually, yeah, probably about 40 something, 3 feet. All that guttering is going to go away. We got two more half gables up top there. Chimney's all brick. Half gable there, half gable here. Neither one of those are good candidates for for conservative tear off or overlay. So we'll do a full tear off on both of those areas right up there. Come around here, we have a little bit of porch ceiling. So this is all in good condition. It needs some caulk. But same thing with the soffit that we have here. There's really the only bit of soffit, minus a little bit on the front that we have. But porch ceiling caulked and sealed and then painted. And then this little stretch of soffit right up under here. Again, it's in good condition, just needs to be caulked and sealed and painted. Everything under here is brick, so no worries there. There's a few little aprons above the French doors up here and above this window. Those would all be addressed with the same Hardie plank siding as well. Over here on the left side, it's all fascia. So Alex, remember out front, just a couple minutes ago, I asked you about the termites. This was the corner, just for FYI. And again, please keep in mind, I'm not a termite guy, but you know, when I see things on people's homes, I definitely want to point them out that I've, you know, seen in the past. Just that area, just kind of minor. It could just be rot. Again, I'm standing down here, you know, 15 feet down, but that was the area that I was seeing. There's a couple other little holes over here that kind of look like termite tracks. I don't know if you can see them in the video. It's basically just behind where this branch is coming down. It's probably right in this area. So again, if you've had a termite inspection, everything's good, then I'd say don't worry about it. Like I said, I just wanted to, you know, just a responsibility to point something out that I see. But again, full disclosure, I'm not a bug guy. I've just seen a lot of bug tracks. So if you got a termite guy or a pest guy saying no termites, then I would go with that. But over here, just pretty straightforward, just a little fascia overlay up there. Windows are all in brick, so no issue there. As of right now, that door, I don't know if it's stained or painted. We didn't talk about painting or staining that door. So as of right now, that's not included. And then we're basically heading back out to the front. So both Alex and Amy are nurses, so basically schedule hours is going to be pretty hectic, but no problem in terms of scheduling and you know, making sure that we take care of them or considerate to their needs as far as the scheduling of the project should we earn their business. So that's it. Alex, enjoyed meeting you today. Amy, look forward to getting back together with y'all when the time is right. Y'all can talk about that and just let me know a time and we'll be back out here. Again, thanks so much, and we look forward to talking to you soon.